Now, let's be very honest. If there is one thing Nigerians can fight about more than politics, it is food. Tell a Nigerian that Ghanaian jollof rice is better. And my dear, you might not survive that argument though. But beyond the taste, beyond every plate of jollof rice, pounded yam, and even suya, lies a history, a story of migration, trade, survival, and identity. Today, let's uncover the hidden history of Nigerian food and how it became more than just meals, but cultural powers that unite us, divide us, and define us. Hi, Cheesy. How's your energy? Let's talk. If you know me, you know I am such a foodie. You know, food gives me joy. You know for a fact that I don't even have a favorite food. When you ask me what's your favorite food, I tell you good food. That's how much I enjoy Nigerian food. So you already know how my energy feels about this topic. My energy is full of joy. Yeah, so you know what? Let's talk it out. Let us start with the story of Jollof from Senegal to Lagos parties. Before it became the king of Nigerian parties, jollof rice began far away in Senegal and the Gambia as chebujen, a dish of rice, fish, and tomatoes. Chebujen is a traditional Senegalese dish, often considered the original jollof rice. That translates to fish rice from the Wolof words thiep, meaning rice, and jen, meaning fish. It features broken rice cooked in a rich, flavorable tomato based stew with whole vegetables, ground provisions, and fish, and it's known for its complex layers of flavor and texture. The dish is the national dish of Senegal and is a prominent part of its culinary heritage, recognized by UNESCO as a significant cultural art. Through trade routes and colonial influence, it's traveled across West Africa, picking up new flavors along the way. When it landed in Nigeria, we made it our own. We swapped fish for beef, goat meat, and chicken and the likes. And then we added pepper because Nigerians we love pepper, especially the Yorubas, even Igbos. I don't know. I'm Igbo and I love pepper. Nigerians in general we love spicy food. We added pepper, we added seasoning cube, and then some other flavors, especially the smoky patty jollof flavor cooked over firewood. We turned jollof rice to something else, something super, super amazing, something so delicious, something more attractive. That is what a Nigerian hand can do. We're blessed like that. It was a Senegal food. Many of us didn't know this. I'm sure a lot of us, me, I didn't even know that it was not originally a Nigerian food. Jollof rice is originally from Senegal and the Gambia. Like they were the ones that had jollof, and then it traveled across West Africa, got here. And we Nigerians, once we don't taste something and we like it, we claim it and make it into something even better. That's the good thing. So jollof rice, I don't know what it would have tasted from the Senegal people, how originally it was made. I don't know the taste, but our Nigerian jollof cannot be joked with. We added our pepper, seasoning cubes, and other flavors. But the most important flavor that just stands our own out is the smoky patty jollof. When it is smoky, when you cook it over firewood, that is how we made our own jollof rice, the Nigerian jollof rice that we are so proud of. And from there, jollof became war. The jollof was Nigeria versus Ghana, Senegal versus Nigeria. But to be honest, whether it is Ghanaian, whether it is Senegalese, whether it is Nigerian, jollof is not just food. It is identity. It is pride on a plate. That is how important jollof is. Jollof is culture. Come on. Jollof is our way of life. Honestly, I don't care where the jollof is coming from. Jollof is pride on a plate. It's jollof food. We should stop playing. Anyways, welcome back to Cheesy Energy Uncovered. I studied sociology and I have decided to uncover stories. Now, if you have gotten to this point in the video, you are definitely family. Please hit the like button, kindly subscribe, and don't forget to leave your comments down the comment section. Now let's get right into the story. Then to the ancient Nigerian tradition, swallows and soups. Yeah, I put it like that because this is how we grab it. Oh, chim, my happy place. Do you see how food makes me happy, you guys? Swallows and soups. Long before rice and tomatoes entered our kitchen, Nigerians were already living on swallows and soups. The most amazing ones, you guys. You already know. Swallow. Don't play. As an Igbo girl, I don't play with swallow, From pounded yam with egusi to amala with a wedu to gari with obono. These meals weren't just about eating. They were survival foods dens. Very filling, and very perfect for hunters, farmers, and workers who needed strength for days, like long days that they had to work. When you chop correct pounded yam like this, or chop amala, or you eat fufu, eat gari eba. These are very filling foods, especially for workers, all those our hunters and farmers back in the days that had to work. You might eat just once a day when you have finished swallowing one heap of eba or heap of fufu, and you're good. Each swallow tells the story of a region. Pounded yam from the fertile yam fields of the Middle Belt and Southwest. Gari processed from cassava, which became Nigeria's ultimate survival food. Amala made from yam flour, deeply tied to Yoruba culture. And then our soups, they are living archives of Nigerians' farming and herbs, because most of the soup we eat, they have these leaves gotten from the farm, gotten from the bush. Our soup is made of leaf. Like what makes our soup is basically leaves, or hard ewedu, okra, vegetable, afang, utazi, ukazi. All these leaves make up for our soups. If you make soup without leaf, have you really made soup in Nigeria? You've not really made soup, oh, because Nigerians, what makes our soup is leaf, either one leaf or two leaves. Some people combine leaves and it comes out so well. Afang and water leaf. That is why Nigerian soups are beautiful archives of Nigerian farming and herbs. Egusi from melon seeds, obono from bush mango, eforiro from leafy greens, oha from eastern forest, and so many much more like that. These are just to mention but a few, because there are a lot of leaf that some of us don't even know about. Some of us from this particular tribe don't know a lot about this particular tribe, but this is just to mention but a few. When you sit with a family and share swallow, it's not just eating. It's a ritual, a connection, a reminder that food is culture and culture is home. Now, on to that street food that has become a national treasure, suya. At the mention of suya, every knee bows. Please, God, forgive me. But suya, God, who named suya? I'm supposed to know this. I wish I checked on that. Who named suya, please? Does anybody know? Drop in the comment section. The street food that became Nigeria's national treasure. At night in Nigeria, you will find glowing grills on almost every street corner. That is suya spiced meats, skewered and roasted by Hausa butchers, known as my suya. Malam. We call them aboki. Whatever it is, most of the time we call them aboki, malam, those that roast and do the suya thingy. You see them on every street corner at night with the glow of their little lamp. But it's just a majestic sight to us that love suya. That is not just a little space or a roadside food. It is a mansion to behold. Originally from the Hausa people of northern Nigeria, suya was more than food. It was a craft. The spice blend called yaji is a closely guarded secret, a fiery mix of ground peanuts, pepper, ginger, garlic, and salt. So you guys know that pepper thing, that spicy, sauce they use on the suya. That's what they call yaji. That's what makes your suya. Like when they cut the suya for you, dice it in your newspaper. You need to have that either, cabbage in it, onions, and then that pepper yaji thingy on it. That's what makes suya. Are there people who buy suya without buying yaji? Because that wouldn't taste right. As a spicy lover, I feel like that's the most important part of suya. The meat, which is the suya, and then the yaji. That is what makes it suya. If you buy suya without that pepper thing, their sauce, their own sauce, not that you go and put your own pepper. Their own is different. There's garlic, there's ginger, the pepper. There's a way the yaji is made. So if you buy the meat without buying that yaji, I don't think you've bought suya, please. Over time, suya left the north and became Nigeria's ultimate street food. Today, it's not just Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. It is everyone's guilty pleasure. Whether you are celebrating or you are broke, whether it's 8 p.m. or midnight, suya is always there for you. It became a national unifier, a food without tribe. Now let's talk about the majesty of pounded yam. We all understand how important pounded yam is, especially we that have a festival for yam. The Igbo people, we have a festival that celebrates yam. That is how important yam is in this country. Yam has its own festival called the New Yam Festival. Like, God, how can you not eat yam? This is my problem with traveling. I must be able to access this food every now and then. No matter how expensive it is, I must be able to access these foods because they are so important to me. I don't think I can live well without Nigerian food. Are there other people like me like that can't survive if you are not eating Nigerian food? Like your body cannot, you can't be normal. You feel like you've not eaten. That's how I'll feel if I don't get the chance to eat good Nigerian food. Pounded yam is more than food. It's an event. The pound in itself is work, sweat, and rhythm. But once it is smooth, soft, and stretchy, served with egusi soup or ofen sala or oha. I love my pounded yam with oha soup. Like oha is my favorite soup. So once it is served with egusi, oha, okra, or whatever soup, it becomes a royal meal. Historically, pounded yam was served for special occasions, festivals, weddings, visits from in laws. It symbolized wealth and hospitality because yam was a king among crops. Even in Proverbs, yam equals pride. Like if you have yam, you have pride. There's a proverb that says, he who brings yam brings life. Hell, see how we adore pounded yam, yam in general, not just pounded yam. You can pair yam with a lot of things. You can pair yam with some soups. Afang, you can pair yam with afang. For me, I can pair yam with afang. I can pair yam with for riro. I can pair yam with egg. That's egg sauce. I can pair yam with a vegetable sauce. I can pair yam with palm oil, G and mano. When you have yam, white, correct, soft yam with palm oil, then you now sprinkle some salt on it. That is the local way, the most local way to eat yam. Then we now advanced and started frying the oil with onions, pepper. Some would even add a little bit of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Even now add some veggies to make it, not local. How can there be a proverb that says, he who brings yam brings life? If you bring yam, you have brought life. That is why yam is part of our bride price. You will bring a lot of yam. Oh. You want to marry an Igbo girl? Yams, very important. I don't think if anybody will pay a bride price that does not have yam in it. I'm speaking from the Igbo tribe. There's no way you pay bride price without yam. You have not paid the price. Even abroad, in the USA, I think some of my uncles, they still do some yam festivals outside Nigeria. Just to remember the culture, to stay connected and all of that. They celebrate yam even in America, in the UK, and the likes. Even today, ask many Nigerians their best food, and pounded yam would always rank top 3. No cap, hands down. Because it is not just starch, it is status, it is home, it is heritage. These foods are more than flavors, they became cultural powers. Jollof is our global ambassador, the food, that dish that introduced Nigeria to the world. Swallows and soups are our roots, linking us to our ancestors. Suya is our nightlife king, spicy, addictive, and very unforgettable. Pounded yam is our pride, royal, heavy, and deeply cultural. Food is how Nigerians celebrate, how we mourn, how we argue, how we unite. That is why even in the diaspora, the first thing Nigerians miss is not even the weather, it's the food. Because food is memory and memory is identity. Any form of celebration, any morning where you are fighting self, even when you go to fight, there's food. Any form of entertainment space, entertainment hub, there's snacks, there's food. We like to eat in this country. So please give us some food. Nigerian food is so important. And I love it because I'm a lover of food. I'm a fan of food. You don't mind my stature. God blessed me with a stature that's friendly with food because no matter what I eat in this life, I don't be adding nothing. And that's because God knows that this girl is coming to like food on this earth rather. So please give her a body that matches what she likes. God loves me too much. So next time you sit down with a plate of jollof rice, dip your hand into one correct oha soup or grab suya on the street. Remember, you are not just eating. You are taking part in centuries of history, migration, survival, and celebration. Nigerian food is not just food. It is power. It is pride. It's one of the greatest gifts our culture has given the world. This is Cheesy's Energy Uncovered, and today we uncovered the hidden history of Nigerian food. Tell me what your favorite Nigerian food is and why. Drop it in the comment section and let's argue it out the Nigerian way. For me, my favorite Nigerian food is good Nigerian food. I want to know yours and why it is that particular food. Drop it in the comment section, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it. Drop that comment and share this one. And see you all on my next video. Bye.